Good evening, all. So yesterday I would have touched on um, this concept of mercy, right? I would have touched on this concept of mercy. I would have talked about integrating a whole lot of concepts: natural law, mercy, sociology concepts, freedom, all these things, right? So I would have touched on the concept of mercy or mentioned it, right? I would have mentioned the concept of mercy, right? And called to elaborate on what I meant by mercy and how it ties in into this whole concept of natural law. For those who don't know this, and I've been talking about this in my videos for the past 3 years, right? For those who do not know what this is, it's simply as you sow, socially reap, right? As you sow, socially reap. Simply, most simply put, hurt others, you receive hurt in return. Hurt other beings, you receive hurt in return. Do good to other beings, you receive good in return, right? That's as simple as it is. Do no harm, take no shit, right? It's as simple as that, right? So how does this concept of mercy come into play, right? And how is this different from the natural law of the universe? Is this something separate and apart, right? Is this like a religion that's different from the natural law of the universe, which is not a religion, right? But is this a religion? Is mercy a religion or a part of a religion that's somehow different from the natural laws of the universe? It is not, right? It is not. And this is for people who think that this is separate, right? It is not a separate thing. It is actually very much embedded. It is very much embedded. It is very much embedded into the natural laws of the universe, right? And I'll explain how, right? Somebody does harm to you, a group, the world, a person, anybody, right? Your friend, your family member, a stranger does harm to you. You are aware that that person has done harm to you, right? Somebody has done harm to you. You are aware that that person has done harm to you, right? You have the option in your mind and physically to carry out revenge on a particular person, right? Or group or people or the world. You have in your mind the option, right? To hurt back the individual, the group, the world, anything, right? You have the option to hurt back, right? The individual who has hurt you, right? Do you choose, by virtue of your intentions, do you choose to harm that person back, or do you choose to withdraw? Talking about a individual person to person case, right? An individual person to person case, because this is different from a collective scenario. So let's talk on an individual basis, right? You are aware that someone has committed harm to you. You have the option by virtue of intent. Do I want to hurt back this person? Do I want to extend a hand of mercy to this person, right? What do you choose to do, right? And your choice reflects your action. Karma is nothing but action, right? As you sow, socially reap is nothing but action, right? Do you want to carry out back an act of revenge upon another person, or do you choose to build your karmic account on the good side by saying, hey, no, let God and the universe handle that situation. Let me withdraw myself. Let me try to think on the more positive end of life. Let me try to think on the more good intention side of life. What do you choose to think, right? What intentions do you have? What action are you going to take with regard to mercy, right? And so mercy is nothing but building your credit, so to speak, of good actions on your end, right? The world and universe will deal with that person or people or the world or whoever it is that has carried out whatever act of ill will towards you, right? So that's how this concept of mercy ties into. So mercy is in fact a part of the natural laws of the universe, but it is on your end, right? It is building your good credit, so to speak, because someone has enacted an act of harm towards you, and you choose to not to take revenge, right? Not to take revenge, right? So that's how this concept of mercy ties into this, right? So it helps the other person, yes, right? But it also it is an intention on your end, right? So you are actually building a better karmic account on your end, right? Whilst at the same time you are helping that person, right? Whilst at the same time you are helping that person and helping that person to change, right? So it is not a concept that is separate and apart. It's not a concept that is separate and apart from the natural laws of the universe. It is all integrated, right? It is all integrated, right? So that's what I really wanted to talk about. It not being a thing that is everything is in fact in the spiritual plane and so on. Everything is in fact connected, right? It's very much connected, right? So that is the essence, simply put, excluding the stories of biblical knowledge. It is the essence, simply put, of Quranic knowledge, right? It is the essence, so to speak, of Hindu philosophy, right? So what's the issue with the world, right? What really is the issue with the world, and what's the divisions about, right? And no, I'm not here to lead no one world religion. I just asking, what's the divisions and the fighting and the wars about, when the essence of all these religions is the same, right? Is the same, and it is all as you sow, so shall you reap, right? So extend mercy when you can to someone. If you are aware of a situation that someone has hurt you, not to say that somebody come chop up somebody in your family or do some harm and you just sit down quiet and calm and meditate and whatever, right? Not to say that kind of thing, right? Because it have a way to deal with that as well, right? But I'm just saying how the concept of mercy ties into the natural laws of the universe. That's the conversation for today, right? Take care.